Hoboken prices are up. Inventory is way down, and low, and interest rates are in the lowest place that I've ever seen them. And this has changed the market in Hoboken. It's taken us from a buyer's market and put us right back into a seller's market. And it did so super fast. So the question is, how high will prices go and how long will this last? My name is Chris with the Ozar Group at Liberty Realty. I have a real estate team here in Hudson County. And I really believe in educating people by looking at market statistics so they can make educated decisions on whether it makes sense to buy or sell. And that's what I hope to tell you today. So let's just look at this chart real quick. Hoboken home values. We saw the prices from January of 2017 go all the way up from 713 to 777,000 in Q2 of 2018, May of 2018. And then prices dropped. They dropped 8% all the way back down to 713,000. And then in February of 2020, we saw housing prices jump 1.4%. Now, I can hear you saying, oh, it doesn't really sound like that much, it's only 1.4%. Well, keep this in mind. It took 20 months for prices to drop from 770,000 down to 713,000. We just moved up 1.4% in 1 month. That's 17% of 8%. Anyway, so why did prices go up and why did they go down? Well, let's look at supply and demand first before we go into absorption rate. That comes later. Supply and demand. Q1. Look at this. The orange line is the number of homes for sale in Hoboken. The blue line is the number of homes going under contract. Now, if you look here, you notice that demand never really changes. Hoboken's pretty liquid market. Things are always selling. But inventory skyrocketed in Q2 of 2018 all the way until Q4 of 2019, where all of a sudden inventory just plummeted. So while that happened, as inventory went up, prices dropped. And as inventory has come down, it's come down a lot. Look at this. We're at 148 active units for sale on the market in February. And in February of 2018, we had 277 units. So we went from 277 all the way to 148. What is that? 30-40% shift in the amount of homes for sale. And then demand actually picked up because of these low interest rates. And we had 75 properties go under contract. So that's what brings me to my next point. How do we know when supply and demand are at a point where prices might go up or are they going to go down? Well, the absorption rate tells us this number, and it's so easy to do. You guys are going to be blown away how easy this is. If your absorption rate is basically if nothing new came on the market today, how many months would it take for all of the inventory to disappear off the market? So if we take 148 and we divide the active number of listings by the number one under contract, 75, that gets us to 140. Yeah, you're at 2 months supply of inventory. So 2 months is below 3. As long as you're below 3 months of supply, and that's what the green lines show, it means you're below 3, prices will go up. It's just been that way historically. That's the way it works. Once you get above 3.4, 3.5, Hoboken prices go down. And we can see this really easily. Watch. So remember, green in absorption rate means below 3. Red means above 3.5, which means prices should go down. Now let's see how that plays out. Well, Q1 to Q2, we had absorption rates lower than 3. And what do you know? Prices went straight to the roof. Then absorption rate changed to 3.9, 4.4, 3.9. And what happens? Prices drop. Then it goes up to 3.2, is kind of in the middle there, and prices level out. Then it jumps to 3.8, prices drop again, drops all the way down to 3.1 in Q4. That's where we saw that big drop in inventory. And now we're at 1.9. So we come down to 1.9, which is really low. If you're below 2, prices are not just going up, they're going up incredibly fast, like 1.5% per month. And we are now at 1.9 months supply. And this looks like it's going to continue at least for the spring. So here's what you should do. Before I get into that, let me show you one more thing. Why did the inventory disappear? Well, where did this go? Demand didn't pop. right? So demand didn't eat up the excess inventory. So this means people just took their homes off the market. So as prices continue to go up and sellers start figuring out, oh, the market's going up, I can get my price, I can put it back on the market. All these people who were on the market before that pulled their homes away are now going to start putting their homes on the market. Some might have tenants, they have to wait for them to move out. Some might be living in the home, so they're ready to move it onto the market sooner. So basically, I think we're going to see a strong spring. We're going to see prices go up. But as soon as people start figuring out, all this inventory is going to start piling on, putting downward pressure. And then we're going to have to check the market every month and just make sure where the absorption rates are. Make sure they're staying below that 3.5, that 3.3 line. Otherwise, the market's going to shift. So we can really easily just track this number every month. Just take the number of active listings and divide it by the number of properties that went under contract or are pending. And if you want me to look that up for you, I can. All right. What should you do now that you know this information? First, sellers, if you're looking to sell your house, now is the best time to get on the market. So what I want you to do is either below me, there's a link or there's a form where you can fill out, just tell me about your property. And I'm going to send you a report just like this, but based around your property. So you're going to know what the absorption rates are for your property. They could be lower, they could be higher. So you know what to expect when you put your house on the market, if it makes sense or not, because every segment of the market is different. And if you're a buyer, this is a great time to jump on a property as soon as possible before prices go up even further. And if you put your information below, I will send you a report based on the segment of the market that you are shopping in. But also be aware, if inventory starts to come piling on, prices could go down. It's impossible to look that far ahead, but I'm gonna make a bet today that prices are going to be higher in the next 2-3 months, a decent amount than they are today, unless some crazy stuff happens with this corona or virus, C-Void-19, whatever, COVID. Sorry, I don't track this stuff enough. Unless that really drags down the economy, but then everyone is in bad shape at that point. And honestly, the market's going to come back anyway eventually. So just take advantage of this market while you can. Give me a call, fill out that information. Let's chat. I can help you achieve your goals. Thanks so much for watching.